Welcome to the Check-In podcast brought to you by Luxe Amore Studio. My name's Megan, owner and founder of Luxe Amore.
And my name's Amy, studio therapist and best friend.
A place to check in on all things Luxe Amore, business ideas, tips and tricks, how we operate, girls' chats and everything in between.
On today's episodes, we're going to have a little catch up and talk about self-care within the treatment room and outside of the treatment room. So, Amy, I've not seen you for 2 weeks.
I know.
How have you been? Well, we've seen each other, but not to really chat.
No.
So, Amy's had some stuff going on.
Yeah.
Went on a training course.
I went on a training course. So, I am currently training in biosculpture nails.
Nice.
And I had my final day of training and then assessment. So, yeah, all went well. All went good.
What did you do this week?
This week, well, I've been here, been working.
Oh, no, I mean this week in the training. You did,
I did
on
it
the
last
background,
week.
Amy's done you've done 4 lots of the...
Oh, so this is the thing, I haven't even seen you, so I didn't go and do the 4th day.
Oh, no way.
No. So I only did the 3rd day. Sorry, and this was actually not this week, this was like the other week, like last
Yeah.
week.
Yeah, this was... Well, this podcast comes out later, so it's
it
not
doesn't
going to be like a month.
So the 4th day was extension training and lengthening the nails, but I kind of didn't feel ready.
Yeah.
You do 2 days and then you have 8 weeks of practice and then you go back and you do 1 day, and that's where you learn a little bit more in depth how to apply the gel, and then you learn how to make the gel last a little longer and that kind of thing. Just basically perfecting your application. And then you do your assessment. So the following day I was supposed to then go in and do the lengthening, but it's a separate course to the initial biosculpture training course. And yeah, I just didn't feel quite ready because I'm new to nails. I feel like I want to really get good at that before I go into the lengthening.
Yeah, and you like the natural nails.
I do like the natural nails. I think the lengthening is something I feel like I should know, but I don't think it's necessarily something that I will do.
I guess if someone builds their nails like me and then I've chipped that one and they fill it up.
To do one, and what really sold me was someone was saying if you have like bridal nails and things like that, if you have someone who has really short nails and they want something longer. So maybe for events and things I will, but I don't think it would be my standard go-to.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, I'm holding off on that one because I just want to perfect the natural nail. So I did that, and that was, it's exciting, but it's a lot harder than it looks.
Yeah,
and
not like the college days.
Very open to saying that. Yeah, not like the college days at all.
Yeah.
It's a lot more technical, especially biosculpture. I feel like it's like a treatment gel. So it's very, very specific to the client's nails. There's 7 different base coats you can use. There's 3 different top coats. There's 3 different treatments you can use. There's like a certain vitamin, a certain oil. There's so many different products. So it's more of a treatment gel.
But I think that's the
manicure.
difference at the moment with nails especially. Because, look, I went to the nail shop to get these nails fixed before I went away. And it's a service. It's not a treatment. You're just in, out.
Yeah.
And I think nails now you're doing a lot more. You're doing a scrub. You're really nourishing the hands.
And that's the thing that I'm really loving at the moment is that a lot of these amazing nail techs are using more skincare in the treatment.
Treating the whole...
Yeah.
Like, it's not just the fingernails they're treating. It's the hands as well. It's the feet.
And even at that, it's not just, a little bit of cuticle prep, pop the gel on, and off you go. There's a lot more to it now, and I think...
And people have leveled up in that. But it's funny, because if you think about college... We would have had a step-by-step that included a scrub, a massage, and then for a while it seemed like it was just gel nails. Yeah. £20 to get gel nails done. Yeah. And now it's like really elevated. Yeah. Which is so good.
And I'm loving that, yeah. And I think that's one of the things that also sold me, because looking back at college days, doing manicures, I never thought I would do manicures. It just wasn't really... I mean, I really enjoyed it, and I remember when we did the nail art, obviously we said it last time, it's... Oh, I don't know if we did, but it's not like it is today. Yeah. Like, we literally stuck Cadbury egg foils onto a nail, and that was the nail art. But yeah, so I always thought, I'll never go into that. But I think seeing how they're doing it now, it's more of a caring treatment towards the nails. It's more, I really love the skincare element of it.
Yeah.
And also just that, for me, I won't be someone that goes really heavy into nail art. I'll do it basic, but...
And this niching, just zoning in on your niche.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Because actually now you look at people that do the scrubs and I think one of our clients is the lady that's really pushed that in that industry.
She's incredible.
And she is so incredible. But then you look at someone else who's not doing it and you're like comparing.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, as social media is a comparison.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're not elevating your service in that way, you're going to go.
Yeah.
You're going to go for that person. And that's why she's so booked up because, and people watch her.
Yeah.
And there's so much space there to do it because for me, I think nails is just something that I'll always have done.
Mm.
And you stay on top of it.
Yeah.
And it is changed though, because I mean, like £20 nails, and now some places charge £45 upwards.
Easily,
just to get, well, it's not just to, because they're treating more than just the nails.
Yeah. But if you're comparing it to previous, it does. It's crazy. It's definitely a whole different world.
But there's value in that service because it's on show.
Mm.
Like, we're not wearing gloves most of the time.
Mm.
Like, people see it and it finishes off your hand.
Yeah.
Like,
I love it.
And it can also not finish off your hands when they look this current state.
Yeah.
You know, they just...
And how you only had them touched up, it wasn't that long ago.
And that's going to the right people.
Now you're
and
already
not going to the right people.
I need to get them done again.
Yeah.
Like, you're not happy
with
them.
Done tomorrow.
So.
Seriously.
But I will say, the whole experience of the chair that you had.
Oh, God. So I went and got a pedicure done. Couldn't really get in with my usual lady. So I went and got a pedicure done in Bath, which is where I live, and went into a nail shop, and you sat in this chair and you put that part. That's the only reason I'd go to the nail shop, is just for the chair.
Yeah.
But if they just did the service where I could pay for the chair, but the thing is, I only want like 15 minutes in the chair.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, okay. But this one, you sat in, really cushioned. It was very bright in there though, so I did sit with my eyes closed the whole time because I am sensitive to light. And you put your arms in to the chair, your legs obviously slotted, and your head, she took my hair down, and it was like grease. But anyway, at this point I was the only person in there.
Mm-hmm.
But what I discovered, they actually owned next door and they kept going back and forth. But anyway, so I'm sat in this chair and it starts massaging and it's like clamping down on the hands, the arms, the head. Oh, it was like proper.
Yeah, I feel like I want to go just for that.
No, I know, just for that. Because the pedicure was like, the pedicure's okay. But you know when like, this is typical me, you're like peeping up at what they're doing, but like not like, and I can see this like piece of fluff on my like big toe, like on the nail. I'm thinking, you better get that off. You better get that off, but I'm not going to tell you. You might not be able to see it.
Yeah.
But I'm happy with the pedicure.
Yeah.
And whilst I was in there, I was like, can you just fix these two nails? And I don't know what she was thinking, because one of them is tortoise tips.
Yeah.
And the other is now just brown tips.
Just brown tips.
And I mean, not even done straight, nothing.
Aww.
I mean, it is an embarrassment, but from afar, they look okay.
Notice. Yeah,
but if you look up close in detail, but that is the thing. When you get your nails done, you constantly look, don't you?
Mm.
You're just sat there like looking at them. And
but
it
also,
is
like you said,
work.
your nails are on show, so you are going to be aware of them. You use your hands constantly all day.
Yeah, exactly.
So you are going to be more aware of them, whereas something like your toes, you don't really look at your toes.
No, and the
much.
toes last so long to get them done. But
yeah.
Amy has taken clients on, so if you're interested,
Ooh.
what's your handle?
Yeah.
No, what's your handle on Instagram?
Oh, what's my handle?
Yeah, that's what they call it. Is that old?
Yeah. I thought you said wash your hands. I was like, yeah.
Just wash your hands.
My handle is painted by Amy Louise. So
and where are you?
We're working on it. So I'm currently, I live in, I would say it's Bristol, but just outside, so Chew Valley.
Yeah.
But we're working on things, so potentially soon, maybe
if you're
Bristol
looking
or
for any
Bath,
nail
but
tech.
yeah, here I am.
Yeah, here she is.
Wash your hands. Oh, that's funny.
Oh my god. And then what else have we been up to the last 2 weeks? So
you went away.
Yeah, I went up to York to visit Ashley,
Mm-hmm.
who's my best friend. She lives up in York with her family, her little girl and her partner, and that was lovely. We went, well, they're just outside of York. It's like a really small, like, up north country, like, village, but it was so cute. And we went into Leeds for one of the nights, just like for dinner. Went to this Japanese Asian place. So all you can eat, but not like buffet. It's like you have an iPad, each table has an iPad, and you have the whole menu, and you're literally just tapping what you want. And they say to like order about 2 to 3 things each round. But oh my god, we made use of that. It was £40, but then it's everything.
That's
like
not
your
bad.
your starters, mains, dinner. No.
Wow.
So what am I saying? Starters, mains, dessert. Although none of the desserts were for me.
No?
Well, they would have been if I wasn't going out, but they had milk in them.
Oh.
And if you know
Yeah.
about that. So, my god, that was so good. And then we went on a night out, which was lovely. And we got home at 4 a.m.
Oh my god.
And we booked a hotel for the night, which was nice.
You both looked incredible.
Yeah, it was nice.
I think I said Ashley's hair looked insane.
Yeah, Ashley's hair looks really good on her.
Yeah.
But it was nice. It was a bit of a joint birthday. Mine's in December. Hers was on Sunday.
Oh.
And just some things to celebrate, really. So,
It's been a while, hasn't it?
Yeah, we don't go out often now. Hardly ever.
No.
Not that I mind it. But I do like a night out here and there if the music's right. But it was a good time, but a long journey.
Yeah.
Like I was exhausted from the journey, and also because I had a cold. So like the whole thing, I was just like...
Yeah.
And I just felt... I don't know. I've been a bit... You know, and you like lapse a little bit and you're just a bit tired. Not overwhelmed, but like tired.
Yeah.
And that's how I felt. So it was good, but then when I came home, obviously still got the cold, a bit of the croaky voice.
And so what are you doing to help yourself out?
Help
with that?
myself. What
Let's
am I
move on
doing?
to the next topic.
So we're going to touch a
Self-care.
bit self-care. In the treatment room, out of the treatment room. Obviously, we do really... It's a physical job, what we do. And it does take a lot out of you. So it's important to refill, because we're given so much, to like refill yourself back up.
Yeah.
Like they say, you can't pour from an empty cup.
Yeah.
So things we do. And I guess one of them is like the big thing that's talked about at the moment all the time is like burnout. And how we stop burnout. Well, I don't know if we do stop burnout. Oh, well, we try to.
Yeah.
I'd say I'd like to be like an advocate for trying to stop burnout, but ultimately, I don't know, it happens.
It does happen, and I think there's so many contributing factors, so it's hard sometimes to manage.
Yeah.
Like getting to that
on
point
top of
of burnout.
being a woman.
Yeah.
Which,
being a woman.
Being a woman is too much. It's way too much.
Yeah.
Like, I actually listened to this lady on TikTok before. She runs a business. She's a young lady, and she plans her... To some people, this will seem ridiculous, but also some people will get it. She plans her work schedule around her cycle.
Oh, wow.
So she works out the week before she's due. She's just like tired. And it's true, like you have that like depletion.
Yeah.
You're just tired, so she doesn't work as much.
Yeah.
She doesn't do what we do, but she'll do less meetings in that week. Or like if
Goes
it's
a little easy on her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's important to try and...
I think if you can recognise that.
Yeah.
And know that's how you
thing
feel.
is recognising.
Yeah.
Like what your body is saying and being in tune with it. And I think doing what we do and working with other people's bodies, we're a bit more in tune. Well, I like to think we are anyway.
Yeah.
About how we're feeling and like what are the causes.
Yeah.
Sometimes it isn't just, oh, you're tired. There might be so many things behind it. You know?
Yeah.
And I was thinking that probably just... Well, I reckon this cold was coming on maybe last weekend.
Yeah.
And I was just so like... And actually, even coming back from York, I'm like trying to build myself back up again. I just feel like getting back in the swing of things again. I just feel tired. Yeah. But again, due. Yeah. Like the next few days. Yeah. So then it's like when you realise that, it's like that thing that goes around when you're like, oh, when you're acting a certain type of way and then the next day you get it and you're like, oh.
That's why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's like, and I think it plays so much into it without us realising. So self-care in the treatment room.
Can I blow my nose? I just thought,
wait, do you want tissue?
Yes, please. No, I'll take a tissue. Oh, actually, maybe I'll go to the bathroom because you do not need to hit that on the
on the mic. So, things that we do, I guess, here things that we do here, but also outside, how we look after ourselves outside. So I guess here we have our breaks and we have our max amount of treatments that we do. Yeah. But sometimes I don't think that can even prevent tiredness and how you're feeling, how your body is, because obviously we're all working on different cycles anyway. Yeah. And all those different outside factors they play a factor. Yeah. Play a factor massively in what we do in work. Yeah. And I think in some places you can hide it. If you're in an office job, you'll have a different scenario. Like when I used to work in an office, you could kind of keep yourself to yourself if you're not feeling it. Yeah. Whereas here, you are not.
We're client.
Yeah, we're client
facing. Yeah. So, yeah.
And I think it's an exchange in energy. Yeah. A lot of the time. And ultimately, sometimes when I'm a bit like, or the day's a bit long and I'm like, I'm ready to go home. Yeah. But it's not done. I have, and you need a bit of psyching up. I think I sometimes have to remind myself, or I get reminded by someone, that this is their experience. This might be their first experience here. You need to give them what they've deserved.
So this is what I was going to say with our work, what we do. They are coming to us most of the time because they need that little break. They need that relaxation. Exactly. Obviously, it's working out tension in the body and things like that, but also just having that time for yourself. And that for them is part of their self-care. And so we have to, like you said, match sort of the energy and trying to kind of make the experience perfect for them, even if you're not feeling that way yourself.
We show up, I guess.
So you do,
and so show up, do the best treatment that you can do.
Yeah. And you do kind of, like you say, have to kind of psych yourself up, like, okay. Yeah. Right, let's go.
But it's such an exchange. I mean, there's times, I would say we're probably both empaths. And we take on other people's...
Oh my gosh, yeah.
I mean, and sometimes I think we limit our... I think sometimes when I'm with a client, they can be going through a lot and I can disconnect, not take it past that treatment, although there's still that like sadness. It hasn't brought me down. Yeah. But then there's other times you can go away and it's like, and sometimes I'll go home and I don't even want to speak. Like just because I've given so much that day. I think we might see like 5 or 6 people in a day, might be less, might be more, even if it's my client coming in or your client and we're still having that exchange, or if one of us is more down than the other, it just all plays, and then the external factors as well, it all plays such a part. But that's the thing, they are showing up for their wellness, which it's nice that we've been chosen to do it, but also means that we have to show up for ourselves. So I guess maybe this podcast is more things that I'm putting out there that I would like to be doing, or things that benefit me. Yeah. So something I guess I have been doing for a while now is like my PT sessions. I love that. Like the exercising of it, like mentally. Like I can wake up early, but I do like my sleep. But when I wake up early to go to her, and I've started that day a bit earlier and I'm moving and I'm finished there and I've still got so much more of the day ahead, I feel good about it. Yeah. And I do want to slowly start waking up earlier.
Yeah.
Just to get more of the day.
Yeah.
Because sometimes if I wake up late, I'm actually annoyed. Like.
Yeah. So 100% that is me at the moment as well. Like with the sleep, just not really going to sleep at an appropriate time.
Yeah.
And then
seriously,
not being...
she said 2 a.m. the other day.
And that's you know, that's...
I can't remember what you said. 2 a.m. I was just looking at this thing.
Yeah. I don't know. So I think probably 3:30 is kind of the latest I go. And it's not always like that. But anyway, point being, I don't get to sleep very easy. But once I'm asleep, I struggle to get up. I really, really do. And so if it's like a day off or if it's a day where I'm working from home or something like that, I do really struggle. And same thing, I will wake up really late and feel like the day is gone and then feel really... like low on myself, like I've wasted so much time.
Yeah. And it puts a downer on the day.
Yeah.
Because then you're already unproductive the minute you've woken up.
Yeah. Because you think, oh, I've wasted so much of the day already.
Yeah.
And now I've got to get myself ready and get myself going. And then I've got a client at whatever time. So then the day's gone.
Yeah.
So exactly. 100%.
More of that structure.
I need to get into that routine.
In our dream world, I think we would wake up early and we'd go for a walk.
Yeah.
That's what I would love to do.
And we live in nice places to do it. You live in Bath, which is beautiful. I live in the countryside. Beautiful. Why are you doing it?
That was my aim today.
Yeah.
I literally set my alarm and then I woke up to go to the bathroom and I came back and I just turned the alarm off.
Yeah.
I was like... But I think the difference with me going to the PT is every week. It's the same time every week. I'm going.
And you've got someone waiting for you.
Yeah, I've got someone holding me accountable. I also go with my mum, so I'm showing up. Mm. Whereas we have to just show up for ourselves and be accountable for ourselves.
And that's hard sometimes.
Yeah, it is so hard sometimes. But also not being too hard on yourself. Yeah. That sometimes we're not going to show up. Mm. Sometimes I need to lie on the couch all day and watch a programme.
Yeah.
You know? Every Sunday. So, and I guess fueling our bodies right. Obviously, you've been working with wellness coach, well-being coach.
Like a personal coach, yeah. So
Amy was on a mission. Yeah. Coming into this year.
So I think last year I really had a lot going on and I kind of just, like you were saying, kind of when you're an empath, you take on other people's
100%
stuff. And I think it wasn't really my problems or my situation. Hold. Yeah, I wasn't going through it myself, but the people around me were, and so I just really held on to that, and I find it really hard to shake that sometimes. And so I just felt like a really hard year. I kind of wasn't looking after myself in the slightest, wasn't eating well, wasn't moving my body, I wasn't doing anything, and kind of coming into December I felt really rubbish. So I found this woman on Instagram. She's called Cassia and she's amazing. I don't know her handle off by heart, but she's amazing. And she is all about eating well, moving your body, so kind of the standard things you would find in a personal coach, but then also she wants you to think about your day. Like she gives you prompts to kind of think about what you're grateful for. So writing down.
It's not just strict diet, strict gym routine. It is all over.
Yeah, and she's amazing. And even with the sort of meal planning, that side of things. So I won't say I'm someone that's sort of struggled with food. I know that's like a touchy subject, but I don't think I have been. But she's been putting on these weekly classes, which is kind of understanding the emotions that you may or may not have behind your eating habits. And I've not gone completely into it yet, so I can't say too much on it, but I feel like that's been really interesting. As someone who didn't think that there was any reason to my eating habits, I now look at it and think, wow. For me, I'm hooked on sugar. And it's a problem because I have too much of it. But it does just make you feel rubbish, and it kind of makes you crave that sugar. So you want more and more, but you feel worse and worse the more you eat of it. And I'm very much go home at the end of the day. This is the other thing, not using your time wisely, but go home at the end of the day, sit on the sofa, do nothing, eat sweets, eat chocolate,
Yeah.
That's me.
And done.
That's fine every now and then. But that is or was my life every single day.
Yeah, I want a bit of moderation.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, she's just been amazing. Like I said, I can't say too much on it because I'm still quite new into it. But it's just nice how it's same with you with your training. It's just nice to have someone holding you accountable.
Yeah.
But also I feel like it's like a gentle push. I don't have someone, you know, barking down my throat. And like you said, it's not strict diet.
Yeah.
It's not strict dieting, strict workout plans. It's a healthy, balanced meal plan and a very kind of like easing you in.
Yeah.
To
it's what works
moving
for
your body. Yeah.
And what person and what, you know, some like workout classes, that wouldn't be for me.
Yeah.
See in the PT where there's like 3 people, that's more my style.
Yeah.
Rather than go into like, I don't know, a different type of gym or whatever. And the same, like, I don't know, it's what works for you and how people speak to you, how they accommodate to you.
Yeah.
And just getting that, like...
And even things like, so I did have a slip up 2 weeks ago.
Oh, did you?
And just with like the eating and stuff. And I thought I could have a small handful of mini eggs and be done. And that wasn't the case. So I had
mini eggs. It's that time. Easter's coming.
They're my favourite. And Liam, my partner, he bought a bag of them. And I said, right, I can't eat these right now because I'm trying to be, you know, I'm trying to stick to my plan. But I said, but if you see them, because they're my favourite, just buy them. And then when I get to April, it's Easter. Like, I'll have them then.
But you know that was my downfall ones. But like Easter.
Yeah. And now I have like 7 bags of mini eggs in the cupboard.
Oh, my God.
I, in one night, got through 2 bags. And again, no, it's not a problem. Like, if you want to do that, then that's fine.
Yeah.
But
it's not on your plan at the moment.
It's not my plan at the moment. But then that kind of spiraled into like continuously eating sugar. So then I had mini eggs the next morning.
It's the crack.
With my tea in the morning for breakfast. Hello. And I just kind of like lost it, and it was fine. Like, I felt a bit, you know, I shouldn't have done that. But I messaged her thinking, oh, she's going to have a bit of a go at me. But she didn't. She was like, that's okay. Like, it's okay. Yeah. There's no stress.
And it's more
fine.
of a lifestyle choice that you want rather than a diet.
No, I don't want that at all.
Because it's very unlikely that you're going to stick to a diet for the rest of your life.
No,
and then when you come off of it,
you kind of revert back to how you were before.
So it's more making that lifestyle change, which takes time.
And for me, like I said, like, I know I'm going on about the sugar, but it is, I can't explain how bad my diet was before. So it is just about that balance.
Yeah.
And I've told her now I need a sweet treat. I can't not have a sweet treat. So I've worked that into my plan. So yeah, it's nice. I'm loving it.
Yeah,
and I think it's making me feel good. It's making me feel better. And having someone who's kind of, like I said, I'm not someone that can be yelled at and get stuff done. I need to be like gently, you know, gently pushed into it. And that's what she's doing for me. And she's just making me think better, feel better about my day-to-day, how I move my body, how I'm fueling my body, like you said. Yeah. And I wasn't before as well. Like,
and it's a gift, really, that we can just move.
Yeah.
It's like the minute that you're sick, or like, for example, both of us have had blocked noses.
Yeah.
The minute you can't breathe and your mouth breathing.
Yeah.
And all you're thinking is, please, let me breathe through my nose. You take everything for...
Absolutely. We are so lucky.
Yeah. So to move our body,
we need to make use of it.
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. So this is a little short episode just to remind you to look after yourselves, take care, and maybe find something that's going to make you feel good.
Yeah.
My name's Megan.
And my name's Amy.
Till next time, we're checking out. Amy!
I was going to say peace out. Sorry.
Peace out. Okay, take two. My name's Megan.
And my name's Amy.
Till next time, we're checking out.